In this video, I want to talk about RuneScape in 2025. We have RuneLite, which makes the game a lot easier. And yeah, if you're a new beginner player, it's not very friendly to comprehend like the entire game. When you're just starting out, it's very hard to understand. But I've been playing this game since 2002, so yeah, and I guess if you're a beginner, if you've never played RuneScape, or if you're really good at the game, you would think I'm a pretty high level player. I'm actually a total knucklehead at this game. I don't know too much of what is going on outside of you know, the main, like, a lot of the new shit in this game doesn't make any sense to me. You know, but anyways, let me talk about what old school RuneScape is like, in RuneScape in general is like in 2025. So we have 2004scape around here somewhere, which is like a clone of the 2004 game. And I want to show you for 2 seconds what 2004scape looks like. I guess I can't really show you too well. I can, because my recording section of my screen is kind of like, this is taking forever to load. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, let's talk about first. I think everyone's favorite version of RuneScape right now is old school RuneScape. This is kind of the RuneScape graphics that everyone fell in love with. And then, to be honest, they started adding a lot more like crazy bullshit updates into the game, and they're holding off on a lot of the good stuff. You could tell that there's a lot of good updates that they very well know about. Such as a lot of like little tweaks and fixes. You know, there's a lot of like little tweaks and fixes that they could make to the game. This item right here, by the way, the devout boots, we never had like a prayer boosting boots in the game, like not really good ones. Yeah, and they released devout boots at some point, like more recently, like in the past 10 years or so. They released devout boots. I don't know exactly when. You know, I just know that these are really good for Slayer. Right, you should be, you know, praying on every Slayer task, you know. So I bring devout boots to my Slayer tasks. You could bring like more power gear and stuff, but I'm a very laid back RuneScaper, so put it to you this way. I'm so not dedicated to RuneScape really that for example, I logged into 2004scape 7 days ago, but I'm pretty dedicated. Just not like super dedicated. But I'm just gonna kill a couple Chaos Druids here with you guys real quick. So, yeah, 2004scape is the clone of the 2004, let's see, 1x size. Can I possibly show you guys, because I only have one, I'm using a laptop right now to make this video, so I only have one damn computer monitor, basically. So, I can't show you guys what looks like, how, I don't know, 2004scape is like, this is what it looks like. So we have, got a couple friends on here. Let's see. What's today? Friday. So we're doing the big rares hunt over here on 2004scape. Everyone's trying to get their hands on a rare item. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy time, So, yeah, but, you have, the 22 skills, I think it is. 22 skills. No, on this game, it's like 17 skills. Let's see. 2, 3. 19 skills. Bunch of quests. So, yeah, but that's 2004scape. It is the bare bones of old school RuneScape. They pretty much, it's hard to pretty much explain the difference. The difference is that I can explain is the Great Corrend. This is almost like RuneScape before the Great Corrend. They started adding a whole bunch of new land masses and quests and shit to do, and I don't really like it. So I might just become a 2004scape player, to be honest. If Jagex would release an official 2004scape server, I would play the fuck out of that. But with a few key tweaks and updates and stuff, such as, the white outline out of your items whenever you click on an item, maybe like a left click to bank option. Maybe people would be allowed to build their own custom clients for the game. So probably we'll start making some 2004scape videos more often. This is meant to be a time capsule video to showcase RuneScape the way that it is basically today. It's not the best video you'll come across. Hopefully this video inspires more people to make a video with the same title of time capsule. Pretty much, I can't really show you guys RuneScape 3 because my computer lags too much. And, yeah, so But shout outs to my friends. You know, these are all my friends right here. I believe I was selling pure essence to this guy. No, we're friends. We met mining pure essence, I think. I really don't remember, but we became friends. And I've only done 2 quests on this whole game so far. So, just gonna scroll through my bank. RuneScape Redwood logs is like the meta for fire making, and for, you know, we use them for birdhouse runs. I don't know if in 25 years, you know, birdhouse runs will still be around. But we do birdhouse runs nowadays on RuneScape. And yeah, so RuneLite comes with a lot of cool plugins, and at the end of the video I'll show you guys what I can of RuneScape 3. You know, RuneLite comes with a lot of cool plugins to help you make the game easier. And there's a big confusion in, you know, there's a big confusion in what the players wanted when they wanted 2007 RuneScape. They did a great job by adding the Grand Exchange back into the game, but I think they're trying to phase out third-party clients. And if you ask me, that's kind of, they're going to lose a lot of customers, because I love RuneLite. This time tracking plugin keeps track of my trees, you know, my fruit trees, my herbs, and my birdhouses, and my hardwood. It keeps track of everything, you know. So, yeah, allotment farming is something that I'm trying to promote. You know, I'm trying to get more people to do allotments. That's one thing I promote on my channel, is proper farming, you know, being efficient and optimal. It's a lot of more XP per herb run to do also your... I farm like watermelons. Snape grass is slightly more XP, but I'm gonna put in an offer in the Grand Exchange for 100,000 watermelon seeds. Torstals is the highest level herb in the game currently. You know, there's a lot of shit like that, and to be more actually overall efficient at the game is to I use maple saplings and papaya saplings for my daily tree run. I do 1 tree run every day. You can maximize it to 2, you know, but I only do 1. You know, if you really wanted to be really efficient, you could do 2, but I only do 1, you know. So pretty much, you know. Oh, and I just had some saplings by right now. There's like a lot of stuff in RuneScape that's probably going to be very different in a few short years. So, yeah, but right now, you know, I'm about to do some thieving, you know. So I'm not gonna bring you guys through what I do on a daily RuneScape basis. I have videos about that I'm gonna release pretty soon. Probably my next 10 tree runs, I'll be recording videos. Probably my next 10 tree runs, I'll be recording videos, trying to get the right video for you guys. And but this video's turned out good so far, so let's see if I can properly make this a one-take perfect video for you guys. Yeah, the maximum combat level is 126 on old school RuneScape. They're coming out with the sailing skill this year. It is the first skill that they're releasing on old school RuneScape. And they released the game with the 23 main skills up to Hunter, and then they're releasing Sailing this year. A big thing about the game is like these very repetitive things that you have to do all the time, like herbs, you know, you got to do your herb runs. Got to do your birdhouse runs.
If you have a fire, I can go to the store for you and get some berries.
I'm broke, man. I'm broke. I'm sorry. Don't you want some coffee?
You have some pop.
I don't have any pop. So, one set of gear that gets underestimated a lot is the Void Armor. No one seems to really use Void Armor anymore. Even though it has some great bonuses, no one really uses it. For raiding, you know, Void Armor to me is like the meta. I'd rather just use Void Armor than have an inventory full of gear, you know. Everyone seems to like to use like an inventory full of gear for whatever it is that they do on the game. Like half their inventory is just gear. And I like to have like a set of Void Armor on my account, you know. There's different styles of playing the game. We all use different styles of playing the game. But I'm a more laid back player, kind of like you know, probably most of the people who would play this game would do it the easy way. You know, you don't want to do it the hardest way possible. That's how you get burned out a lot easier. But I am probably like 6 hour a day right now. Right now I play probably like, you know, maybe like 8 hours a day. And that's one way that how I contribute value to society is to be a producer of things on RuneScape. So the RuneScape economy ties in with the social economy of, you know, real life, as I call it. You know, RuneScape is a great simulation. I think RuneScape is a great simulation that depicts like otherworldly kind of depicts like otherworldly kind of things that you wouldn't normally be able to experience in your real life. But it's on fucking RuneScape. So you know, some people play World of Warcraft, some people play EverQuest, some people play RuneScape. I find that RuneScape is the game that I've gotten the most used to learn an MMO RPG style video game. Takes a lot of time, pretty much, you know. Takes a lot of time, you know, and so yeah, this game could use a lot of work. I wish they would release like all the major shit really quick, like an outfit for all the skills. There should be an outfit for every skill. Or there will be someday an outfit for every skill. And I think Void Armor is the outfit for the combat skill. The combat skills. There should be I think there's already a prayer outfit. There's an outfit for the rune crafting skill. They should release all that shit and stop releasing quests and new land masses and shit, which is what they've been doing for the past 10 years. And that's how I honestly feel about it. I feel like they're holding out on all the best shit. There should be an outfit for every skill. The smithing skill, mining skill. They keep releasing new quests and new content and stuff. Looking off way into the future, I think we're going to see a final form of the game. You know, I'd like to see a final form of the game where then you can just play. And in the economy, there's always going to be new people being born on Earth. So, you know, is like, I don't think RuneScape is the best fucking game. It's just the best game for me. And that's why I play RuneScape. I love RuneScape. I tried to get into World of Warcraft. I just don't get into that much. I like RuneScape, you know. If I want to fight a big titan on World of Warcraft, you know, if I want to fight like a big titan or something, I'll go to, you know, Zambi boss, or I like Kriara boss, you know, it's like, you know, a lot of this shit on RuneScape now is like, another thing I think they should do is My loot tab is getting a little bit heavy. There's a lot of stuff that monsters drop. Like I said, that's something that they shouldn't really be adding a shitload of new items into the game. I think we should have more bank space to hold items. Every now and then my bank gets full, and that shit really sucks. I don't know why we haven't been given enough space in our banks for every item in the game. I don't know why that would be such a big deal for Jagex to do that for us. Who knows, you know. Okay, so now my herbs are done, my birdhouses are done. I'm gonna go on a little herb run and a little tree run with you guys real quick. But maybe I want to finish this video first, you know. Questing has become a major part about RuneScape, which is something that these are all of the quests in the game that I've completed. 144 out of 173 quests. One thing I started doing was I would just go down the list. So as you guys can see, the top of the list is like all the way damn near all done. The top half of the list is pretty much done. And then I just go down the list and complete all the quests because I know all this shit is important to play the game. Every quest has some sort of unlock or something. Even if you have to do a quest to unlock another quest, you know. I keep my, you know, I try to do all the important quests, you know. If a quest only requires, like, you know, like, it unlocks another herb patch or something, I try to do those quests right away. But as you guys can see, I only have 7 out of 10 herb patches unlocked. So I want to show you guys what we currently do on RuneScape. But that would be kind of intruding on your guys' time, because, you know, wasted time is wasted XP. So, and other, you know, life stuff. So I'm gonna we have clans, you know, of course, clan chat exists. We have the Grand Exchange, and we have the 23 skills. It's like you pick what you do. Some people, most people that play this game don't take it very seriously. I take it like semi-seriously, that to beat the game is something that I want to do in my lifetime, you know. So, yeah, anyways, old school RuneScape has become a lot like AFK-scape, which is why I'm trying to get all the non-AFK shit out of the way first, so that I could just AFK and watch movies. You know, I like to AFK on RuneScape and watch movies. It's one of my favorite things to do. What I really like more than that, though, is, you know, doing real life stuff. So I like doing real life stuff a lot more, you know. But RuneScape is probably a number 2 hobby of mine in my entire life. So, yeah, anyways, if you guys are curious, RuneScape 3 is basically just a mess right now. I can't really show you guys RuneScape 3. It's a big mess, pretty much. The game engine sucks. It lags a lot. And, you know how old school RuneScape, you click around and it doesn't do what you want it to do sometimes. The game engine for RuneScape 3 is like, 10 times worse. And they tried to update the graphics, but they failed to update the mechanics of the game. To click around on the game is, you run into a lot of glitches. Not glitches, but like bugs, in the game engine. It doesn't it's not as responsive. I like old school RuneScape because the concept of it is you're just this little sprite that you click around on the game. Is a human character, right? Is this little sprite that you click around on the game. And, the game engine doesn't have to work that hard. You don't need a very complex game engine for old school RuneScape. I think the tile system of you click on a tile and that's how you get around in the game. I think that is a main concern as to why Jagex doesn't update the game engine for RuneScape 3. I can't even show you guys RuneScape 3, so this is basically just RuneScape in a time capsule. I'm going to show you a dirty little thing called RuneScape 3 really quick. Gonna load up RuneScape 3 and get ready for fucking hell, because RuneScape 3 is terrible, especially if you have a laggy computer. I'm going to show you guys the best I can of RuneScape 3 if I can even connect to the game. Because my computer is, obviously, as you can see, I could play old school RuneScape pretty okay, but RuneScape 3 is a lot more demanding on the processing power of your computer. So I have a Chromebook that I play RuneScape on, and I don't want to get into the politics too much of what they do in the economy. It's just very clear that Intel and Nvidia and all these guys that manufacture and produce computer equipment and hardware, they could sell a cheap ass a computer that costs $2,000 right now. They could easily build a computer like that and sell it for $100, because you see, I live off of investments, and RuneScape, is one of my favorite pleasures in life, besides maybe drinking alcohol and smoking cigars and hanging out. And that's basically what I do with my life, is I, indulge in worldly pleasures and play RuneScape and make videos, and I don't spend too much of my time making money. So I'm not a great example of somebody who works a job and they probably, if RuneScape 3 would load up, they probably have a very different opinion of the current status of the game. It's become pretty much impossible to beat the game in a single lifetime. They gotta make it a little bit easier to beat the game, They're gonna keep adding bosses and a bunch of crazy shit into the game, but we don't live forever, right? So don't create the game for the highest level fucking players, like the top 10 on the fucking high scores. You want to build the game for them, but you're really building the end result of the game for the average motherfucker who works a job and plays the game. I like the idea of being able to beat RuneScape in a single lifetime. And I'll put it to you this way, I live off of investments. And I still can only really squeeze in 8 honest hours of RuneScape every day. Most people only have 4 hours a day to play RuneScape. And, I say we need to focus more on the final form of the game. We gotta be able to beat the game in a single lifetime. And for motherfuckers that want to be good at the game and rank high on the high scores, they can create more accounts. The people that number 2 on the fucking game right now isn't even close to beating it. You gotta be able to beat the game in a single lifetime. And I'm talking to you, Jagex. See, RuneScape 3 isn't loading fast enough, and I'm starting to get pissed. Okay, here we go. RuneScape 3 is loaded up. It's gonna be... By the way, this right here is the name of my... you can't see it, but this is one of my products right here. It's called Econ. And yeah, that's one of my products, and my main umbrella company is named StarNet, which you can't see. If I could show you guys my chrome canvas here. I don't think I'm going to be a very famous entrepreneur. I'm not sure if I want to, but let's create a new desktop background. While we wait for RuneScape 3 to load. So this is the trajectory of making money. This is the trajectory of RuneScape right here. I made a video previously about how the difference between, oh shit. I made a video about the difference between real life and RuneScape. You know, and keep in mind, I made money in real life, so it took me about 20 years to make my first $1 million, and then I learned that shit is pretty fucking crazy. You know, it's like, I understand now why, deep in my psychology, why I knew that making money would be one of the best things I could do at the time. Because it's very important to take care of your money situation as soon as possible in life. And that's just my general tip for this video, is if you could find a way to handle your money situation, you could just sit around the house and play RuneScape like how I do, but then you discover that there's so much more. Where's my RuneScape 3, goddammit? There's like much more to the shitty parts of life, as what money has done for me is exposed to me that there's like more like shitty parts to life than you really think. Where's my goddamn RuneScape 3? That's what I want to know. I guess RuneScape 3 isn't going to load up, so that's RuneScape 3 right now. It's just not a good game. It's nice that some people make money making RuneScape 3 videos and stuff, and I think that's just swell, but I personally don't play RuneScape 3 right now. After I beat old school RuneScape, I will play RuneScape 3. And then maybe go for max on 2004scape, and then if I have the absolute balls, I'll find a RuneScape Classic private server and go for max on RuneScape Classic, and that to me is beating the game, you know. Okay, so this is what I've got to do here. What is I need a damn. So I'm going to take you guys on a simple herb run and a simple birdhouse run to close out the video. Let's go to the Ardone Farm. Yes, Ardone Farm. This is, god damn it, one of the best things that we have on the game. My damn charger for, you know, my Chromebook, it keeps coming undone, and I gotta like, it's like not good, so I don't know what happened. I think I twisted the damn thing somehow. I gotta order a new charger. Or buy a new computer. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm learning now to incorporate watermelons into, you know, watermelon farming into my regular farming runs. So I'm not really sure like how many watermelons you get from a watermelon patch. I just know that it's a lot. I know it's like 10 or more. I'm not sure exactly how many it is though. Holy shit. And then you put them in the compost bin. So yeah, RuneScape is a lot like you learn as you go. You learn to incorporate more things all the time. Until, you know, 200 mil farming, I'm gonna be incorporating watermelons into my farming runs. So So you guys just saw all the XP I got right there. Oh shit, so then we close the compost bin. Okay, let's go to ecto file. And I forgot my farming cape, or my construction cape in the bank. So yeah, but damn it, I hate being away from my damn, what is this? How the hell do I get to a bank? This shit sucks. You see, that is some shitty parts about RuneScape. Is, you know, there's always like something new. There's always something new, you know. I don't like new stuff all the time. I think like one day they're gonna stop adding updates into the game completely. And it's called the final form of the game. It's gonna happen at some point, like real soon. In the next 100 years, they'll see a final form of the game. You know, I won't be around, but so let's go to shit. This is bad. I gotta use my last teleport to get to the bank in Draenor. I don't know where this teleport takes you on the Arceus spellbook. I don't think it, from what I think it takes you to the middle of you know, the core end dungeon or whatever. Yeah, I gotta get that construction cape. Let's go. So, yeah, and then, let's see, we gotta go to the woodcutting guild. I have 7 out of 10 herb patches currently unlocked, so I'm still, I guess, kind of a noob at the game. I should do like an epic series of quests to unlock the final 3 herb patches. There's one, I believe, in Perfidinis, and Perfidinis has proven a lot of times to be somewhere that you need to go. Sometimes, like for clue scrolls and for whatever, you know. So, yeah, to put things in perspective, the most recent quest they came out with that is really worth a fuck is A Kingdom Divided. Maybe. Is it A Kingdom Divided? Song of the Elves came out like 7 years ago. I think, something like that. I could be very wrong about all this shit, but Desert Treasure 2 more or less just came out not so long ago, you know. Maybe like 5 years ago. Yeah, and then that comes along with Tombs of a Masket, you know. So, yeah, let's see. Just gotta note these torsos real quick. And now we go to Civilis, the Fortis, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, so Mage Arena 2 capes, there will probably be a better cape than Mage Arena 2 someday. Maybe where you get to meet God and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Or God, the god of RuneScape is Saradaman, you know. And then there's other gods too, like Guthix and Zamorak, you know. And why, if I have never seen a cooler game before in my life, is fucking RuneScape, you know. I think RuneScape plus real life is really good. Maybe a little bit of World of Warcraft every now and then, you know. Okay, we put this, I started incorporating watermelon seeds into my regular farm runs. Let's see, how long do these things take to grow? Holy shit, these things are pretty fast. Okay, so now we go to Catherby. You guys saw how I don't have all this shit memorized. I don't care that much about it. And so, yeah, and now we go to Farming Guild. So, and after this I do my birdhouses, and to close out this video I'm going to show you guys my birdhouses. People really do harvest their white lilies, I guess. You know, you should never harvest your white lily. You just keep it there and plant allotments for XP always. What are people thinking? No, you don't harvest your white lily, you plant watermelon seeds. And your lily will protect your watermelon seeds. Unless it's for a farming contract or something. What are farming contracts? That's a good question. Let's see. Topiary, I don't know what the fuck any of that. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Let's see. Seed vault. Well, do I have anything in here? Holy shit. I got a bunch of shit in here. 2.7 mil. Dorsal seeds. I'll take those. Take those snape grass seeds. Take those Raynar seeds. Those Cantidine seeds. Give me all that. What is this? Potato seeds? This is a bunch of shit. Holy shit. Watermelon seeds, I'll take those. Take those potato seeds. Holy fucking shit, what the fuck? Where did those come from? Snapdragon seeds. I'll leave those in there, you know. Oh, seaweed spores. What are seaweeds? Seaweeds is exotic seaweed spores. Oh, those are for like underground. How much are those? 627K, you say? I'm gonna maybe start growing my seaweeds. Okay, and maybe start doing my farming contracts, I don't know. And what else do we got in RuneScape? We gotta go over to the Grand Exchange anyways. I'm gonna pop these bitches in the Grand Exchange. Clementine seeds, I'm just gonna keep those. Okay, so now we go and do our birdhouse run. We could bank all this shit. Oh, you put a hammer in this. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And we gotta put this. I don't think I need this. My conscience is telling me to bring a spade. So I'll bring a spade. I don't know why. I'll just, I don't need that spade, you know. What do I need? What the fuck do I need a spade for? My conscience is telling me to bring a spade. Yeah. Let's do some digging. You know, it's time for me to close out this video. Time for me to close out this video. I'm gonna go on a birdhouse run with you guys real quick. They're probably gonna add in like alternate methods to train all your skills and stuff. Like very seldom will you have to go out and just train a skill, you know. They could probably achieve that with a like Slayer skill for the other skills, you know, like craft me a 600 diamond, you know, bracelets or something, you know. Like 600, you know, not like 1,000, like 600, you know. I don't think that the number should be 1,000. It should be like 600, you know. And you can maybe extend certain things up to around like 1,000, you know. With maybe like an artisan skill, you know. Whoever, listen, I voted for the artisan skill, but that was just a fresh idea off the top of my mind. So, let me talk to Jagex for a second. Jagex, artisan skill would eventually, I think, would clear a lot of gaps. I'm gonna buy fucking Jagex. I can afford a majority shareholding Jagex right now in my business. Probably gonna buy like some sort of decision making for Jagex, you know. Fucking bullshit, you know. Yeah, and we're gonna work on the final form of the game. And to make it still one of the best games, you know. You have like the game that is RuneScape is one of the best games, you know. I love World of Warcraft, I love RuneScape, and I've heard EverQuest is a really good game. So before you decide to dedicate your life to RuneScape, probably consider that, life is hard, especially trying to work and make money and stuff. Life can be a real bitch sometimes. And we play RuneScape to basically alleviate some of that pressure. I like to alleviate the pressures of life with RuneScape. And it's not such a bad deal, really. I like knowing that if real life is getting me down, I could just log into RuneScape, and gives you something to do every day. Every fucking day you get something. There's always, accomplishment in your life if you play RuneScape, if you get good at the game, you get respect. Because in order to get good at the game, in order to beat the game, you must pretty much be like somewhat of a fucking badass, Is like, this is not really an easy fucking game, I'm gonna take that Bandos page right there. You better not take my Bandos page, that's mine now. God damn it. And so pretty much, yeah, RuneScape, let me bring you guys through the best money maker in RuneScape. This is currently, besides staking, staking of course, we'll always have staking, as maybe one day they get rid of the dual arena. I think that would be pretty fucking sweet, As the temptation to just go to the dual arena and try to double your money. Or try to make like a career out of staking. I like to play the game, I don't like going staking and stuff. It's a great way to make money, but it's also, you can lose your whole bank. So, I don't know. I don't like staking, I like, I don't know. If I go to the dual arena with 10 mil or 20 mil, like, every now and then, that's fine. But, I gotta buy some prayer potions. Buy prayer potions. How much are blood shards right now? I'll find out. They are 7.5 mil each. Thank God. Because Okay, so you withdraw your stuff, which is really good. Withdraw your stuff, you know. Got these, got some blood runes, you know. You got an inventory spot for pretty much everything, and what else do we put there is cosmic runes. Yeah, I should buy some more cosmic runes. I'm gonna buy like another 1,000 cosmic runes. They're pretty cheap right now, so I'm gonna buy 10,000 cosmic runes. So I just put that. Alright, slap on your protect from melee, teleport to Darkmire. RuneScape now is, with methods like this, it becomes really fucking awesome actually. It's not that much of a cakewalk to get to, it's not that much of a walk to get to the location. And it stops people from basically like overcrowding these areas. Is sometimes to get to a boss such as the Bandos boss, the barrier to entry to even kill the boss is what keeps it in a good way to play, a good thing to do on the game. And to go pet hunting and stuff, you know, there should be like everything's locked behind quests and stuff, and I bitch about it, but you know, I like that basically you know, some things are harder to do, you know. If that's the style that we're playing, if that's what they're trying to do with the game, you know, I don't know. That we already have a lot of stuff that's locked behind quests, and then the Bandos boss, you know. God Wars bosses, I think there should be more bosses that are locked behind kill count, or some sort of dungeon or something, like more bosses that are locked behind kill count. Maybe more God Wars bosses. Maybe we build Zeros a room in the God Wars dungeon, so you could kill like Zeros boss, and there should be like more bosses, or rather Zeros boss should be that's next, ain't it? Yeah, I think that's already next. I think we already have that, and it's not locked behind kill count. So I don't know, you know, I'm gonna keep my opinions away from things that I don't know to be the best case scenario. But if we already have like certain things that are locked behind quests, and then we have things that are locked behind kill counts, and then we might have like dungeons and stuff like that, where in order to, you know, I don't know, it's bad enough already. You know, it's bad enough already that you have to walk to every fucking destination, and then a lot of shit is locked behind kill count, There probably will release someday like a way to get into the Bandos boss. Maybe you pay a small fee of coins to negate the kill count, or you can like kill like 10,000 goblins at once. You can kill like 10,000 goblins at once and save your kill count, or like something like each maybe kill of the actual Bandos boss should get you, is like, I have a lot of theories, you know, God Wars, man, and things locked behind kill count. There should be like a key to get in that fucking Bandos boss door. And I bet they will release that, you know, like maybe you have to achieve like, it's like a random drop from the Bandos boss or something, or one of the minions, you know, and like once you do your first trip at Bandos, you know, the probability of getting a key to the Bandos room without having to get kill count is like, you can eventually stack up on keys, but you have to do like a trip at Bandos while getting kill count in order to have the probability of getting the key, you know. And it's maybe tradable or not tradable, I don't know. You know, that key would probably be very expensive, and people that buy bonds would with real life money would probably be keeping the prices of those keys like pretty high. It would also give us who kill the Bandos boss something to like look forward to every trip you get a key, which might be like 300k to avoid kill count. You know. So, yeah, that would be the efficient way to do it. But, you know, maybe the key costs like 600k because of people buying bonds with their GP with their bonds. Yeah, Bondscape ruins RuneScape in a lot of ways, you know. The bonds, you know, I don't know. There should be a way. Oh, shit. I don't know. I'll keep my opinion out of microtransactions. I like the idea of bonds. I like the idea of being able to buy and sell gold on a real, like, official Jagex marketplace. Why can't, I mean, we should just be able to do that, right? Like, if you want to quit the game, maybe you can't sell your account. Maybe you have to get your account linked to your personal identity. Or your account is somehow locked to your identity, your person, you know. You know, there's too much like slack going on for people who buy and sell accounts and people who buy and sell gold. A solution to that would be to perfect the real life marketplace, to work in like a perfect like real life marketplace where you can buy and sell items for real life money. Maybe I could buy like a Bandos chest plate, you know, in the future for like, you know, $5, you know. I think that should be a thing, you know. It would, yeah, it might destroy the RuneScape economy, bonds already destroyed the RuneScape economy. There's not. It's really, really no. It's really, really. It's why we perfect the real life auction house. And integrate both economies so that well, I guess a big thing is if you have money to pay for membership, if you have money to pay for membership, you probably have, $10 to buy gold, should be like $1 per mil, $1 per mil, like going rate, maybe bonds could be a thing, $1 per mil, keep that as like a standard, keep that as like a standard. It's $1 per mil, not $1 per 10 mil, $1 per mil, or like a dollar for 10 mil. My ass, dude, my ass. It would be really awesome to be able to make a living playing this game. You could always buy gold from Jagex for $1 a mil, And maybe you have more player moderators. I would like to be a player moderator, There should be more player moderators. Jagex should stop seeing their corporation as like some sort of government, and it's like a secret society that you have to be very elect to get in. More player moderators. Like once you max your account and beat the game and stuff, you get to be a player moderator. What did you and didn't you like about RuneScape? And when you beat the game or max your account or get comp cape, you can, do like a series of riddles to become a player moderator if you want, It might be like a player moderator, to have the power, some sort of is that's when the process to become a player moderator maybe really begins. I don't know. These are just my opinions. Is you have a choice. You can put in an application to become a player moderator when you max your account. People that don't play RuneScape, it's and maybe, with the benefit of an extra herb patch, player moderators should get an extra herb patch. And maybe a discount on the Grand Exchange tax, an extra tree patch, and maybe player moderators have their own guild, but pretty much, couldn't with training methods to gain an extra plus 1% XP in every skill compared to the next level down of the highest training methods, so yeah, I don't know, I do know, but is when I buy stake in Jagex, it's pretty much one of my big motivators right now. It's one of the things that I'm passionate about is RuneScape. Yeah, and plus, Jagex does a great job at releasing some good updates, but also some shitty fucking updates. Sailing skill. I don't know what the hell that's all gonna be about, but I don't know if I like that too much. What do you do in the sailing skill anyways? I haven't even looked into it too much. Let's see. It will involve navigating the seas, traveling to known locations, and also to new lands, access to new quests. So, yeah, I don't know, you know. Let's see. Looks like it sucks, so. Oh, there's port tasks. Yeah, okay. Looks like provides sailing experiences and resources, so you got a bounty task, seafaring monster to kill in hopes of collecting specific items. Courier tasks. Looks like it could be good. It should, you know, be more like it should be more like ports, or not ports, but like the Ark from RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3 has this thing called the Ark, where you get to go to these islands, and it's really good spots to train your skills and stuff. Maybe that's what it's all about. I could get into that. If that's the case, sailing will probably be the first skill that I get to 200 mil, you know. But anyways, guys, I've held you guys for too long already. I'm going to let you guys go. You know, RuneScape, in a nutshell, is a good game that needs work. You know, it needs a lot of work to make it the best game that it could possibly be. And, yeah, so I'm looking into buying a ownership stake in Jagex, like in the not so distant future, and work on RuneScape's best interest, and I'll also have my business that is not Jagex. And my thing is I don't give a fuck about making money from RuneScape. I don't want to buy ownership stake to in Jagex to make money. I think Jagex being a business is incorrect. The government should get more involved in video games. The government should get more involved in video games, because this is something that people spend a lot of their lives doing. It should be more like a incorporation, you know, a corporation, something that is incorporated with the government to make an optimal player experience for people that have lives, you know.
Was huge, and at the same time you got public pressure
Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. We're going to work on the future of RuneScape together. So if you are watching this video right now and RuneScape is not where you want it to be, you know, make a video about it. So I'll talk to you guys later.